Introducing your co-hosts, Chedda Mike, Lil Mattress, and Dave. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. Scoop of gravy on the news or you missed it. We got you covered. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. Scoop of gravy on the news or you missed it. We got you covered. 3-piece and a biscuit.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? To episode 25 of 3-piece and a biscuit.
25.
25 a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yes.
3 men assembled, kind of like Voltron. Kind of like
that breeze feels nice.
What's that?
I thought that breeze felt nice.
Breeze does feel nice. Does feel nice. Working outside. Here we are, 3-piece and a biscuit. I am just the driver, the rideshare idiot, with my compadres, gentlemen.
Hey, over here is Michael John at Chedda Mike. That's the Twitter feed. Shout out to the Google Plus squad and the Supreme Steam team.
Lil Mattress on this left side. LILMATTRESS, spelled correctly on all social media. LilMattress.com, watermelonversuspumpkin.com, watermelonvspumpkin.com. Hit us up on this hotline, 203-941-0045. As always, it is free. You can call or you can text if you don't want us to hear your cute little voice.
Free,
Let us know
baby.
what's up. Hit us up. Episode 25. What's real quick, because we've been kind of correlating it to famous athletes. Number 25. Who's a good number? Bobby Bonilla?
Bobby Bo did wear 25.
Big
Mark
25.
Teixeira wore 25.
McGuire, no.
No. Or did he?
Big 25 out there for the numbers. Let us know, famous or not. Were they hot or were they plop? Plop?
Plop.
But once again, yes, 203-941-0045. We appreciate the couple people that have been hitting us up on the hotline.
Yes.
You know, it's a nice little interactive fan experience. It makes things interesting around
Much
here.
love.
So hit us up. Once again, call or text. Of course, it is free. Just a quick thing about it. You're not going to actually talk to any one of us. It's more of a voicemail type situation where you can leave your comments, your problems, your anything. If you'd like us to answer anything, you
Your
want to
thoughts.
comment,
But, hold
you
on,
want to
though.
know why I don't have a chair and why they have chairs today, let us know.
In
Well, go ahead.
relation to the number that you call, you're right, we're not going to answer, but
We
leave
are
us
going
a
to answer.
message. We might even
Shut it down now.
wait. No. Right after this, we might call you back.
Yes.
We might call you back.
If you request, you know what? If you request, we will call you back. I'll put it
Yes.
that way.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, obligated. It's only to,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, we've come to a day and age where, like, you're straight to voicemail. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, making
Totally.
assumptions and everything.
John Wilkes, truth.
I think pretty soon I'm going to test some stuff here and try to go live with the 3-piece here and there so, fans could interact
Going
in real
live.
time. But yeah.
Live 25.
What's first off going on today for this 3-piece?
I mean, think about it. I mean, infinity and beyond, guys. I mean, you can't. This week, I think we're talking.
The new branch.
This week, right off the bat, without skipping a beat, we have to be talking about aliens. We have to be
Yes.
talking about space. We have to be talking about the people that are getting us to outer space or telling us about outer space. But yeah, that's the first news.
Space Force, right?
So yeah, Space Force. What do you guys think?
Oh,
We've been
my
creeping on
goodness.
it, and now it's official.
History
you know what I'm
has
saying?
been made. That's the Trump made history with another new thing. He
Is that-
created
is that
Space
what he
Force.
told- Yeah.
I
That's
just
not
wanna-
what he told me personally, but I mean, when you see it on TV, yes.
I'm looking forward to the uniform because that's what I want to see.
That
Because you know
part,
that's about to be
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Movie state. What is it? The movie with the aliens. It was
Oh,
the
God, so
precursor
many. I
to
don't
telling
know.
us what was going to happen in the whole world. State Troopers,
So many
Star
of them
Wars
are.
Troopers, Star
Oh,
Wars
so-
Troopers.
Yeah, so
The classic
Super
movie?
Trooper.
Super Troopers,
that's
is
the
it?
cop one, right?
No, Super Troopers is a weed movie.
Oh my goodness!
Got him.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
I know what you.
You guys know what it is out there.
Yeah, I think
Starship,
it's
Star
something
Wars,
like
Star
that.
I think
City
it's
Troopers.
Starship Troopers, something like that.
We all
you
know
talking
what
about
it
the one
is.
with Tim Allen?
No, but
All right.
With Jim Brown?
I'm gonna have to.
With Bobby Bonilla?
Yeah, we're gonna have to skip that one. History made right there, folks.
No, but back to the outer spacing. Though, you're right. Like the the uniform is kind of
I don't know
interesting.
how these guys don't know that movie.
And then the ships, right? Like, how are they going to be different? Like, what's going to make them so different?
Let's get quick to the crazy
And
conspiracy
why?
things. He's talking about the Space Force, but he does this. He's talking about the dome. We have to protect the dome.
Jerome's niece. Should have
Jerome's
known.
dome piece.
Right? Okay.
Little thought for food.
That'd be the thought for food.
Food for thought.
That'd be the
Vice versa.
interesting thing though is so now is it going to be all one
manned aircraft? Is it going to be 2? Are we making a bunch of
Yeah,
new
lots of
aircraft?
questions.
What's happening
Interesting.
here? That'd be a...
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, just give your tax money. Don't worry about it
Exactly.
right now.
Exactly.
Okay. We need a couple dollars for this wall because we got aliens trying to come over the wall. We got. There's something in space.
Yeah, we got
They-
aliens coming over the
you
wall,
know,
and we got aliens
I mean, yeah.
coming up.
And I mean, come on. There's got to be something. I mean, with stuff going on in space. I mean, Musk going out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now Trump's.
I don't know if Musk is going out there, man. He's got some dissension in the ranks.
Oh my goodness.
You heard about that? The sabotage?
No,
I
what
know
happened?
there's always something going on, but I think one of the last things I heard was he's still kind of paid though.
He's still kind of what?
Paid.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's paid.
Who, Musk? Oh, yeah, no, by no means he's going broke. All I'm saying is that he might have hired one of the Beastie Boys because they're talking about someone tried to sabotage this whole operation
Yeah.
and then dipped out. Like, Release Secrets did the what's Homeboy's name that's over in asylum in Russia now?
Wiki.
Snowden.
Saj, Julian Snowden.
Snowden.
Julian
Julian
Snowden.
Both of 'em.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Both
Julian
those
Snowden,
mugs.
you know?
Supposedly Julian is
That's the new rap
being
name right there.
starved to death over in where is it? Ecuador? Where is he?
Oh, who is Julian? Yeah.
Ecuador, supposedly.
Well, that's because he went vegan because Pam Anderson showed
Oh.
up and it was on that
Pam,
Peter kit.
Pam.
I told you,
Yes.
man, those nerds can't take it. You can't get it. Well, I mean, Pam isn't exactly on fire these days, but
Yeah, she's definitely taking her full reptilian shape.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
she's shedding her
Really?
skin.
Hey, Trump, Space Force, right there. There's your first alien. Go check it out.
your
Put,
first
put her
captain.
in a cage. She's used to it. Trust me.
So now, is there any details on the Space Force, or is it just an announcement of, hey, we're making one?
Just it seems like that right now. He gave the Air Force like, "Hey, you man in charge, start creating it."
Hey,
You
Air
know?
Force, get ready to go a little higher.
But I've actually read some things in the past about we have all sorts of technology and alien technology, and some people have conspiracies of there's already a war going on for our human race. Of our,
Rest in peace to Prodigy, because it's been a year since he passed just a couple of days ago. But
he was
there's a
about to drop
war
that
going
news.
on outside no man is safe from. Maybe that's what he was talking about. You never know.
He was about to leak it.
Everyone was about to leak it.
Prodigy was about to leak it, but shout out to him. Rest in peace. But,
Yeah, no, I've heard that too already, is that there's already a war going on.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, Space Force, I mean, you talk about the war. I mean, for me personally, people talk about this whole big Earth being a globe thing, but you got to look into the firmament. That's the biggest wall there is, so ain't no alien getting over through that sucker.
I don't know. I'm going to wait for Game of Thrones to start.
Reveal the
Before-
truth.
Before I get more information, speaking of Game of Thrones, shout out to them, Jon Snow and Ingrid. They got married.
Yep,
Did
yep,
they?
in real life?
Yes, in real life.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's kind of cool. But yeah, see here, I think there's a money thing. Aliens, yeah, I think that's a whole deep subject we can tie into everything. We're not alone, right? Michael Jackson told us.
He told us from the jump.
He touched us. He might have
Yep.
touched you, but he touched you. But I think it's a money thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, with why are all these millionaires wanting to go out into space and
Yeah.
Well, and on the other tip too, what do they know that we don't know? All right, if
they're telling us we don't believe it.
if we're assembling,
us.
yeah, if we're assembling an army, who are we getting ready to fight? So
We're not
like,
so much getting ready to fight. We're getting ready to stop the ships because we're not going to be allowed to all get on when they go to the safe place.
That's a good
Okay?
point, though. I mean,
That's the army.
but that's the thing of if
Makes you
okay,
think.
yeah. Trump's, all right, yeah, we're going to start this Space Force. We're going to start this space military, if you will. All right, the military is to protect or to fight. So, like,
yep.
who we,
Yeah.
Exactly.
what's this?
Or-
Society, but then
or
you say,
is
well,
this
what
just,
society or whose society?
Is this a next step just to have the force to implement the Blue Beam project of the fake alien invasion so that we have a space force
Well, here's
to go at the fake force?
Here's something to
True.
fuel for the fire now, because you can, if you want to disregard it and just say, you know what, it's just extra covert deep state money going into something. Maybe these are like the first people that are really prepared to get into the whole Antarctica thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be
I mean,
a
that's
big
something,
piece.
DYOR, friends and fans,
Antarctica
Friends,
for
friends, and
past
family.
50, 60 years, there's a lot of mysteries no one really knows about. But
hundreds and thousands of years.
well, I mean,
To be in fairness.
stuff. Well, stuff
In
when we sent researchers out there and realized what was going on out there, and then they sent back the information, and then they classified the information, and you can't get that information. But yeah, there's a lot of shit going on, people.
And then even these days, it seems like the declassified information is muted in
blacked out.
itself, right?
Yeah.
So
All the still blocked out, like in 1984 again.
yeah.
Yes. 100%.
Why are you gonna declassify if you're not gonna declassify? Look, there's bars here.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Well, we all know.
We're just trying to free you.
But out there,
know?
if we speak too deep on this, you might lose transmission. So,
See, and that's the crazy thing. We talking about the correlation is in Antarctica, the ice.
Yes.
Back in
Melt.
the United States, the ice.
Yes.
Ice.
Okay.
Yes.
Taking
That
them
ice
out.
money.
It's ice,
speaking of-
ice, baby.
It's all
Like
around
that
you.
shit, but,
But that going in the ice, I wanted to tell you guys a $2.4 million tech deal signed by ICE. Kind of a big deal. You know what I'm saying? We had mentioned before how
the immigration service?
yes.
So that's for like facial recognition programs and yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Pretty much. What's that movie? Eagle Eye.
Well, I mentioned before a couple shows back, China's already doing it.
Yeah.
You
China's
know?
the leader in that.
And I want to say it
Pioneer.
was like Nautilus or something. But I had the AI stuff is crazy.
Of course.
It really, really is. And again, I think we're being the whole alien thing is a total distraction because you know, like I said, break it down. Like, you know, what does this department need this money for? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got all these people trying to come in and over. You know, like, are we really trying to, you know,
Up and over, I'm over
They need all that money. They
there.
got to steal all that money because they're
There's
gonna put it into
something going
Bitcoin,
on.
turn that shit up.
you know, I don't know. Like I said, my one fear,
Ice coin?
is the
Ice coin.
is the big EMP blast, and then those,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Well, that would be interesting.
we
if,
would
if,
we would do the EMP blast. We would blame Russia.
I thought we were gonna get blasted by the EMP.
We will. Yes, we will blast ourselves with the EMP, and then we will blame another country. We'll blame China or Russia for
yes,
it. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my only fear about the Bitcoin thing. That's why it's like tell you guys like flip it fast. You know what I'm saying? Like I know some parts is like long-term gain and everything, but you know I'm telling you, man, without the electricity, man, you're stuck.
Yeah.
You know what you need? Where to go? Oh, that little bucket. Get you some seeds.
That's
in
why
a
they
bucket.
have now. There's this new
Dig up the
company
earth.
out there, but they have now they got the correlation between solar panels and mining for Bitcoin. So technically, with the 5-6 different ways of
hey.
thermal, nuclear, wind energy that we can use naturally,
Young thermal.
EMPs. Yeah, we are very dependent on that, but that's when that time comes and we realize we got to break free from that blockchain.
So
But see, I
to
think, go ahead.
take a quick click back. What does ICE, need all that money for?
Right.
What do you, any, suggestions? Any guesses? Any?
I think it goes into resources,
3 articles.
vehicles.
You know, well, yeah, no, actually, it's an AI thing, so it's really into we just tech satellites.
So how much money you
tracking
said?
people.
24 million for tech.
Cameras, drones.
And now is ICE? Because excuse me for being glib on the subject, but is ICE mostly that West Coast border, or are they?
ICE is just part of
Agents
the
in New York. Anyway,
yeah.
Haven's got ICE agents.
federal
Fetty Wap?
across the board.
But that's not the only big tech and AI news too, because there was another article. I actually want to find the beginning of it, just talking about the fears of it, just because like instinct and intuition versus like AI just using like I don't want to say statistical data, but I'm saying like probability or chance, and saying like as far as like avoiding accidents and
Slowly
stuff,
losing our privacy. I mean,
and
that's what it is.
Well, no, but talking about the compassion part about it, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some parts where if statistically in certain situations we lack lack compassion, the AI, you know what I'm saying, can simulate that, and you might be just going through a funk one day, you know what I'm saying, and be like just on your B game, and then the AI just starts repping your B game, and system's all off track. But it's crazy. Another system. This was just last week too, and I think it's Nautilus or like I don't know. But through searching your site, they could find out with 84% accuracy for men and 71% accuracy for women. Your male, or they can tell you if you're male or female, sexuality, where you're from, how close you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, with like friends of the family, things like that.
That's what all those service providers. All they do
crazy.
is suck in the data.
All your terms of services, all your click I agree to hurry up and
That's why
download it.
that's why you got to look into. I haven't yet, but VPNs and those are your private networks. They're like a shield for all that. So you're traveling on the web stays private. It's for yourself. It's not a trail of people eating it up and fucking brown nosing you.
I heard an argument about AI yesterday having to do with the self-driving cars, which I loved and hated at the same time. The argument was AI, even though it won't be perfect, it will kill less people than the humans will.
Huh.
It's one of those like, you're right, but I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
that's interesting.
in the terms of, so then every time a person gets killed by the automatic driver, is it going to be a situation where there is the huge lawsuit and there is the huge payout, and are they going to be making enough to where those just don't matter anymore?
But the counter to that is any really good like NSA person, they could hack these cars so it could be murder for free. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
That's the
like,
biggest
and
thing,
who
hijack
knows?
cars,
Technically, you're
yeah.
saying
Yeah.
these these AI cars are safer than that's not true because they could be manipulated.
Yeah.
Humans
Absolutely,
can't.
be
Well,
hacked,
and
but-
there is the
Oh.
NSA, but there's also the fucking, those smart fucking
Yeah.
people in basements that
Exactly.
hijacking
Absolutely,
people.
Yep.
They don't want to work for the government because
Yeah.
they believe in
Like
anarchy.
Trump's son, he's really good on computers.
Which one? The youngest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barron.
Yes.
Barron. Someone was speaking of Barron's booty, right? Someone wanted Barron to get raped.
No,
You heard about that? Peter
Yeah,
Fonda.
I heard about that. Yep.
Mr. Peter.
He talked about Barron, though?
He said he said I want him something along the lines of him getting kidnapped, raped, and all that shit.
Ripped from his mother's arms. He used those words, all that stuff.
Okay.
Because
okay.
But he's still
immediately-
doing cool, right? Like nothing canceled for him. He's still living large. He
Well,
just
no.
got a little spank on his wrist.
There's nothing because he's like on his like social
A
security
lot of
money.
stuff on the internet was
Yeah.
comparing that to what Roseanne said.
No, because he's not.
There's no
doing
comparison?
Nothing. He's not doing nothing.
Well,
He's
I
not-
Is
think-
there any comparison you think? None?
Well,
I mean,
no,
what I'm saying,
there's
he's not
definitely a
actively-
comparison,
he's
but
not actively working though.
Yeah,
There's nothing
the-
to take away from
I
him.
got you.
exactly. There's definitely a comparison, but there's nothing to take away
Yeah.
from him right now.
So it's equal on the grounds of they both got verbally
a little bit
backlash.
out there. out of
Roseanne
control.
had a master that she had to basically subscribe to. He doesn't have one.
Peter's
Yeah.
his own.
So
I think he was throwing those shots out there with the if there's nothing to lose, fuck it.
That's
Besides
it.
his public image, but also he did apologize, just
Ah.
like every fucking buddy else does. He apologized. Remember when Quincy Jones was going crazy like 3 months ago, revealing all that shit?
Yeah.
He
That's
got
the,
silenced real quick, and he came out with that little apologized. You know what I mean? I've been in
Sorry,
rehab
not
recently,
sorry.
and I've been, just recently getting sober, and yeah,
I've been saying some shit, you know.
Exactly.
It's all true, but I'm sorry.
yeah, somebody came around and told me to shut the fuck up. You know?
Yep.
Saw pictures of my grandkids upside down. And
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Exactamundo.
we'll talk about actually because it's everything ties in because you can go aliens. We could talk about our first lady being an alien.
Immigration, huh?
Or I wanted to talk about the mining because I do think that Mr. Musk in outer space there is something because again, how we've been told. I read some articles about the life, potential life on Jupiter because they say,
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying, like the frozen ice and stuff.
Interesting.
Everyone talks about is that the one that's got like the temperature is so hot like it's thunderstorms of diamonds or something.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
all the stories they tell you just to fill your mind up with bullshit.
Yeah, I think Mr. Musk I think that's gonna be a new form of money for these millionaires. Like I said, I always enjoy a good conspiracy.
Yeah.
And like I said, going back to what do we know about Musk? He's not even American. It's usually like some of the people that enthrall us. and
Musk is
capture us.
possibly some sort of hybrid humanoid.
Maybe, but what about him just being just such a blue blood? I mean, if you think about it, he's from South Africa. Crazy.
No, you're right. He could have some sort of like just like the Black Panther has his, Musk has his.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, here,
Vibranium?
I want to stay. We're gonna stay right here for a second and tell me what you guys think. Okay, this might take a little while.
Is this
Take
the
a little
Biscuit
while.
now?
This
We
is
just
the
got
whole
into the
Biscuit.
Biscuit?
This is the surprise of episode 25.
Uh-oh.
All right, so we're in South Africa right now, right? We're talking a little Wakanda. We're talking about mining. We're talking about space. I forgot what I was just about to say. No.
Something about Musk.
Yeah, no. Fuck. No, with their going back out to space and the mining. South Africa and the Boers. There we go. I want to tell you
Okay.
about Africa. And when you mentioned the Wakanda thing.
Okay.
Did you know that in South Africa, okay, there are some white South Africans, obviously.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. These people are known as Afrikaans, and they're also known as Boers. Some
Uh-huh.
of them, when they first came in, were like Dutch settlers. They're basically farmers.
Yeah.
Their land is being taken from them right now because the continent of Africa is in a complete take it back
I see.
what do they call not restitution? You know what I'm saying, like reparations.
Reparations.
Yeah. So the continent of Africa is just going all like Wakanda.
Yeah.
You know, and at the moment, you know what I'm saying, early on in its Africa, what we know of Africa, South Africa was taken over by the Dutch, taken over by the English. Historically, they got some dirt and they got some, they got some shit right now. But you basically have like this race war going on right now.
That's interesting.
Now, okay. And these guys actually own a considerable amount of land and they're farmers. So like, yeah, man, they're hiring like mercenaries.
That's crazy to see what's going on out there. Yeah.
But now going back to South Africa, some money in there. Musk out of South Africa because I think Musk knows what's going on. But then I thought I saw before, can't remember.
So there's a revolution in Africa right now.
Oh, a crazy
and
one.
it could be led by A-Coin, the crypto. I don't know.
That's possible, but it's going to scare Americans into a race war.
Well, America, I hate to burst your bubble, but you've been lied to for a long time, so it's okay. It's okay. I think so. I think there's a Band-Aid. It'll get ripped off. Get used to it, Africa's here to stay. It's actually bigger than what you think it is because they even lied to you about that.
Africa's here to stay.
All right.
Oh, my God. That's not a T-shirt.
Africa is here to stay, trust me. But that's it. That's the conspiracy also of why they make Africa so small on the globe when it's really not that size. It's much bigger than what it is. That's the downplay.
Russia and China.
That's a downplay. Your mind, everything's brainwashed from the day you were born. 1 + 1 = 2, and the earth is a globe.
Hashtag Africa's here to stay.
Yes. But bringing it back to out of the conspiracy, you know what it is right now. It's a 3-piece and a biscuit. Shout out to the Steam team, Google Plus Squad. Phone number, I always forget.
203-941-0045. Call or text.
Tell
of
us what you
course,
think.
it's free. And let us know how you feel and let us know
probably
about
think we're
that.
crazy.
But it's all right. Hey, as long as they're watching.
That's right.
And yeah, so now going back to the immigration situation, having to deal with Melania and all that. Of course, there was the subject
We don't
of
care,
the.
do you, right?
Wow, no, I don't. But of course, there was the wild, insensitive jacket is how people are putting it, where she got on the plane to go visit, the children in need, and her jacket said something to the effect of, "I don't really care. Do you?" ?
So, is that to create conversation? It served its purpose? Is that what it did? Because right now,
it's been said and done. I mean, it's done. That's what it is, right? So you
do
take,
we
you take
care
it for what it's worth.
I think we care, but to the care where we care. Well, this is me personally speaking. I care because I'm happy that things are being done. I mean, do I care? Do I feel bad?
Things are being done in what sense?
Things are being done. We're going through the process of doing what it's a very hard thing to do, but we're doing it. And when people create these false pictures and protests of putting their own kids in dog cages when it's not the real thing, I think it's funny. And then you could really relate this whole thing to all the effort we put into this and all the effort that you could put into veterans. All right, so. When you want to play the whole blue-red state thing, they're always fighting over something. They're always forgetting about something.
Yep.
So, but that's my piece of the biscuit.
But when you say we're doing it, what do you mean by we're doing it? Do you mean towards immigration of not letting people in the country?
I think we're doing the right thing of actually going through the process. And if you break the law, that happens all the time in America. When people break the law, they get separated from the family. That's what they're breaking the law. It's as simple as that. Welcome to America and welcome to the laws. I mean, it's very simple.
What about the school of thought that maybe we created part of this situation?
I'm sure, but I'm sure it was created 30, 40 years ago, not fucking 2016.
So you're saying it was created and stopped then, or that the problem created, mutated, and become the situation that it is now?
I think its rules have always been in place, and now we're starting to enforce rules, and that's where it gets weird, because it's kind of like, you're not supposed to use your cell phone at work, and then one day, and you use it all the time, and you never get talked to, and then one day your boss goes, "Oh, get off your cell phone," and you're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I think
yeah.
it's a situation
It's close
like
to
that, to where these rules have been enforced, not enforced forever, and now we're finally kind of like clamping down. And
what if
it's odd to see the left side just kind of just go, just let him in, and you're like, holy fuck! Like I don't the celebrity side of it is so dangerous, because the amount of influence that they have, and the amount of I get it. Try to be more friendly / humane and keep families together. If that's an option, cool. If that's not an option, I completely understand it. But it's the thing of it definitely starts with stop breaking the law in the first place.
Yeah.
And I do understand also people seeking asylum as well. That's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Compared to the people
And-
trying to, come over the border and all that stuff. So it's a touchy situation on all sides, but I agree 1,000%. When they're talking about kids in cages, it kind of reminds me of the Russian hacking thing. When you say hacking, what most people think is, oh shit, they're changing votes. And by that I mean actually going into the system and oh, you used to have 12 votes, now you got one.
Yeah,
and when it turns out that the hacking was releasing false information.
Yeah.
Big difference in that.
I know, but that's the big difference is under your understanding and definition of the word hacking, though.
But most people's understanding and
I
definition
don't-
of when you talk about hacking election, most people think about you changed the votes. It's not that you released
Changing
information that wasn't true. That's not like what most people think.
Tell us what you think out there, though. We'd love to hear your opinion. This is the 3. We'd love to hear it, though.
But to talk about that to where now they're saying kids in cages.
Yeah.
And to where, like you said, it's not kids being stuck in a fucking dog cage to where the kids can't get out. It's they're in a very big fucking
And also a lot of the kids
fence.
taken away, they're in these community like YMCA homes where they're getting treated very nice. They have pictures of superheroes, food every day, basketball court, fucking video games all day.
Yeah.
They have comforters on their bed. They got pillows. They're in nice places. So,
and I'm not saying all of them because I've definitely seen the footage of but they're talking about where it's people in cages and it's like, no, it's a big chain link
those are the
fence.
protests.
It's a big chain link fence.
That's the
around.
processing unit. That's the place where they all get
in the
processed.
processing unit. And it's not like every little child is in their individual cage where they can't move and they can't it's definitely a misinformation being talked out there. So
I don't know.
Hey.
But
Welcome to America.
No, please, but this is the 3 pieces.
Welcome to America.
No,
Go
like
for
I said,
yours.
I think, like I said, unfortunately,
they
a
made
lot
it to
of this
America,
isn't-
right? And their kids are being taken care of right now. So I mean, you did it illegally, but your kids are still being taken care of. Yeah, I know it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we created a situation. We created a rush for them to come here. If you go ahead and you look up, we send Americans, we send Latin Americans, we send Latin Americans that we go ahead and we send through through our education and institutions. We go ahead, we send down and we overthrow these governments. Fact proven is not, this is no crazy tinfoil stuff. So really a good majority of these people are seeking asylum. They do know coming in is breaking the law, you know what I'm saying? At the same time though, you have to look at who's what are they doing when they're getting here? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, are they working? For the most part they are. And again, so tell me I subscribe. I actually subscribe to things like Reason magazine, which is really, right down the middle. They like to call themselves libertarian. Sometimes I find them like a little moderate because they could, depending on the topic, they could swing, either way. But you have these companies that are going ahead and hiring these people. There's a reason why, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately a salad's $15, but you know what? Get ready because when it costs $45, you know what I'm saying, and I'm making it for you, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be truth, And the other part is it's on the people hiring them are easily just as fault. People talk about these big pedophile rings, okay? These people are specifically coming
out there
for
too.
that. You have big money paying, say, look it, just come on over and we'll get you. Hey, you come here and everything is good, So that's a bigger part about it, So it really is,
Thank God Trump's the only president to lock up over 14,000 pedophiles. So, shout out to that. What else we want to talk about?
But no,
though?
I want to stay on this for a second. But what I don't understand, and it's just me not doing enough research, is why don't, when somebody tries to come in or whatever, we don't just go, no, go that way. You know what I mean?
Okay, so part of this crisis situation where, like, if you had a little bit of a clue, if you could tell, if everyone coming down, okay, unfortunately, like, if you have a translator, if you know a little bit of English when you get here, you'll actually be okay.
Yeah.
I was actually listening to this hectic situation where the guy was describing what was going on, and basically you're there to get like trapped. They're announcing, letting you know that like, hey, what you're doing is breaking the law. They are giving you options, okay? Saying that, hey, you could take this bus, okay? You have a court date, 90 days. You can go here, contact this person, they will get back to you to the courthouse, okay? Because of the influx of people. A lot of the people don't know English, so they're standing there like sheep to get slaughtered, okay? Because then you
That's when you bring in the technology with ICE. All that is thumb recognition, facial all these people are getting scammed. I know all that to later on, like you said,
You know, and
90
again,
days.
but
check over
already
here.
breeding. And here's the other thing too. Okay, did you guys know? Okay, they're not Mexicans, right? I think we've established that. It's not Mexicans trying to
Not
come
everybody,
in here.
yeah, no.
Hold on, Mexicans are actually going back.
You talk
to,
about
okay?
people going for asylum, other countries in Europe, people going for asylum, and then they bring their crazy fucking
All right, no,
thought process with them, and
hold
people
on,
are
though, but
getting
see,
fucking slaughtered
you-
and raped. So you gotta be careful of who you let in your country.
Okay, no, but the thing is, we're talking about one particular side, but when you talk about like who are the most illegals, it's not Mexicans.
No, we're just
it's
talking
not
about
these
humans. It
Honduras.
don't matter. You're right. We're all
Well,
different.
you're right though, but you have people pointing out the Spanish-speaking people. That part should sink in a little bit to you. You know, singling them out when it's actually Asian people, Chinese people are the number one illegal aliens in our country.
A lot.
Okay, so but we're protecting the border from the problem that we created. Okay, for the drugs that we want over here. Okay, we legalize drugs, we could actually stop that. I'm not saying believe. I don't think that all drugs should be legal.
Yeah, yeah.
But you want to, what though? You
gotta talk to Sessions on that one.
Cocaine,
Yeah, I mean,
But-
at the end of the day, it's your body. You should be able to do what you want to it. Right? If you
Well,
want
it
to do
depends.
drugs.
Depends on what side of the wall you're on. Because when you
Well-
come into this side of the wall, we're going to
Obviously,
you know-
Mexico, I don't think they really give a fuck what drug you do.
No, and again, bad situation, but people are actually going, going back there.
Yeah, and here's the thing too, and more than one thing can be wrong at once, but it's also a whole lot different in other countries, like where it's the unfortunate thing of the information, like you were saying, to try to get across to people to try to do things correctly instead of. But I do understand what you're saying too, where there should be, if it's at that border, a Spanish-speaking interpreter to tell people what's actually going on instead of like all they hear is Charlie Brown's mom on the phone talking to them with wah,
That's
wah,
it.
wah. Okay, go that
Yeah.
way. I completely get that, but also we're a whole lot nicer than some other countries if you try to quote break into or get into, and once again,
Uh-huh.
I know
more
that,
than one
but-
thing could be wrong at once. I completely get that, but
Yeah.
we're also,
But
also we're not fucking, we're not as bad as we could be. I could put it that way, like.
I don't know. Just last week, I mean, we did, our commander in chief saying like, he doesn't, he's under no obligation. He doesn't have to do anything for the current situation of people, children that were separated. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, those guys are on their own.
I think we're being fair.
So I mean, that's just as bad as like, just dropping them in anywhere. To get it to basically drop them off and put them into the system to go group home. Yeah, you just let every stereotype and racist thing that you can think of go ahead, because that's essentially what's
Whatever
these
system
people
they
that
have in
say-
plan to figure out sane from insane or radical from non-radical, I'm all for it.
No, you see that? But then you're going to talk about being all for freedom and liberty, though.
I
It's under
am.
whose
At the
eyes,
same
though?
time, that's what. Well,
It's
yeah,
not,
you're
though.
right. It
It's
is.
not,
Well,
though. It's not,
well,
though.
to me, it is. So just like the freedom of thought, I could think
No,
what I
it's-
want, and you could think what you want. That's
just-
fair to say, right?
No, it's not.
It's not fair. See, it's
Alternative
not
facts.
fair. It's
Alternative
not fair.
facts.
Yeah, see that's where it's at though, because by word would have a definition. So by definition, that's what the word would mean. So
Okay.
you can't go ahead and say I'm going to use them in this order, and then it makes it true. You
Okay.
are not free
So
if you're
who's-
saying you're not free in saying that we have to be able to figure out right and wrong, left or right. Yes, that's
Okay.
not a free form of thinking.
All right, thank you.
That's a funneled way of thinking.
Okay. All right, so what's on to the next subject now?
Well, I'm doing it.
Please
The thing
continue.
that I don't understand also too is we have this thing in America where come on B is
Uh-oh.
why that it sounds really mean, it sounds really distant, but like why are we taking care of these kids? That's another thing too, to where it's like as long as you can make it over that wall, you get taken care of, and you get and I'm not doing
but
the thing
that's
where
what I'm
like
saying.
and money's being taken out of my pocket. That's not what I'm saying.
Taking care
But
of sounds like that though.
well, we're definitely putting money. I'm not saying that money's coming out of my pocket, but I'm saying that we're definitely not just doing the whole like, sorry, go back to your country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where we're definitely, like you said, we're putting them in the system already, which it's kind of like with prisoners. Is like, do you know how much fucking money we spend on
But
prisoners?
the ones,
Like,
we're
it
putting
doesn't
in,
make
the ones we're
sense.
putting in are the ones we're saying, oh well, if you're seeking asylum, that's okay.
Yeah, but they
Those
have
are
to
the
be
only people that we're
processed,
spending
and
money on.
Well,
you
no,
feel?
I'm just.
there
saying
has to
because
be a
everyone else was
process of
sending back,
speaking
no?
to them and seeing their psyche and how they feel towards America, and can they even speak American, or there's a lot of things that go into play. That's why I'm just trying to say you got to be careful who you let in your country.
Yep. No, and Dave, I feel you on that. I wish there was, and I'm sure that I could do research on it, but I wish there was more news coverage on that we actually are sending people back, because that, I feel, has been the least covered amount of news, is actually the people that were going, no, sorry,
sending
go.
them back.
It's been most of, like, it's come across that, like,
Well, I don't
okay,
think
you
because-
step over this line and now we're trapping you here and you can't leave. You know, it's the now you can't leave, that
Yeah,
type of thing.
I mean, maybe because we're not catching them all at the same time. We're talking about, like, you're talking about a big catch and release program then. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like we'll make an app and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the release date over here, just so everyone knows. Okay, so all America.
We'll do the
Camps
Pokemon
weren't made for
Go,
nothing.
and that Pokemon that you want is across the
Yeah.
fucking fence,
You know?
and then you come and get it.
That's funny.
You know,
It's a fucked up situation
It
that we're
is.
not going to solve here, of course, but
Well, we're trying to solve it. That's the good news.
exactly.
We're trying to.
And that's the thing
will
too,
it? We don't know.
To put it on where if fucking 3 people can't agree on it, then I don't expect the rest
Yeah.
of the fucking country to agree on it, which is, you know.
Exactly, and that's the beauty of freedom of thought right there.
that's the danger of freedom of thought.
Bars.
And it's a good thing to be dangerous. You can protect yourself with danger.
That's
let's see.
Darkwing Duck right there. Let's get dangerous.
Let's get dangerous.
This motherfucker's rap name is Darkwing Duck.
So
All
going
right.
from immigration, can we take that then to what here? Is that still national? No. Are we allowed to be in places Miss Huckabee gets kicked out of a restaurant because she just doesn't like she's not liked by a certain owner of a restaurant? I don't
Yeah,
know
man,
if you guys heard
that's-
this news.
Yeah, what's her official title?
White House press secretary.
White House
Yeah.
press secretary has been kicked out of a restaurant, and the reason was straight up because we don't like you and we
Yeah.
don't like who you work for.
And then later on, there was a conservative hacker that hacked their online menu and put up all sorts of vile things. Pretty funny, but is it the right thing to do? I don't think so. But hey.
So how do you
play
feel?
right into potentially, or maybe overall played right into the owner's decision though?
Possibly.
You know what I'm saying? Be like,
Possibly.
you see, that's why.
Yeah.
That's
Good
why you
point.
forced me to make this left-right decision because of your actions.
Forced me not to feed you because your anonymous hackers fucked up my.
Well, how do you guys feel about that situation in comparing and contrasting it to the guy that won't bake a cake for the gay wedding versus, hey, no, you can't eat at my restaurant just because I don't like you?
Just like the 2 girls kissing not in my, but in the Uber car, and the guy, you know what I'm saying, based on beliefs. Do you remember this was?
I haven't heard this
last
one.
week too. But similar situation, based on his beliefs, he told them that they wouldn't, he wouldn't give him a ride. Uber actually deactivated him over it.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you have most of America saying, well, look at, they were hot. You know what I'm saying?
Huh.
Like,
yeah.
like that makes a difference.
Well,
but
it
yeah.
did though. It did. It did.
It made a
did.
difference.
It did.
Because if there were
But it
2
made a
ugly
difference
chicks,
to
it
who?
wouldn't even matter.
Do you mean to the public perception? Because it obviously didn't make a
Absolutely,
difference.
absolutely.
Okay, yeah, it makes a difference to the public perception, but not to the bottom line of what happened in the situation. Because
No,
like
the
the
Uber-
dude is obviously felt strong about his
The
convictions.
Uber execs pass around. Is she a 9 or a 10?
Right.
6 or.
No, but I think it's interesting because I don't subscribe to the left or the right. I like to take each situation and look at it
rip 'em
individually.
apart.
But I think it's funny that you have most liberals and leftists cheering on, fuck yeah, kick her out of the restaurant. That's the right decision because she's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then it's, no, but you were supposed to bake that cake for those gay people. You were supposed to bake that cake. Like, it's
We're
it's
all
a
fucking
dangerous,
confused.
it's everybody loves their, have their cake and eat it too, pun not
Yes.
intended. So I think that it's an interesting.
Well-
How do you guys feel about the dichotomy of those two situations where people look at her getting kicked out as like fuck yeah, and then you didn't bake a cake, fuck
Yeah,
you.
I guess I think it's sad. It comes down to choice. What you want to do, I think, is the ultimate thing, and I think it's just sad that it's been grouped into really 2 things as opposed to just 2 different forms of opinions on the matter. It turned into basically tribalism.
I think since the day we were born and now getting to a certain age and starting to ponder and realize that half the shit you were told is bullshit, we don't know what the fuck to think anymore. And that's why we're all almost on our own, like, fucking mental voyage of what's right and what's wrong. And we could go about our own way and without a fucking care. And that's going to create chaos. And out of that chaos comes crypto! But who knows?
God.
Who knows? Who knows? Bringing it to the crypto down to the 5K low. Could this be the bottom? Is the bear market almost over? I do not know. They say 3 weeks.
Buying more? You bought more.
Have
right?
to.
You guys bought?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I didn't yet. I'm waiting for this second or third week. Rumor has it that's when the lowest of the low will come. And McAfee might be right. I don't know if he's going to be right about 15K, but it will definitely bounce back up end of July. We'll see. Supposedly,
If he lives, though, right?
If he lives and
he
tell the
lives.
tale.
But real quick before we talk about him, his assassination attempt might be right with the 15K. What?
Oh,
Expand on that a little.
I don't know if he's going to be right on the 15K at the end of July, but
but that's what I'm saying. Expand on that right there. What did he
15K
say?
at end of July. That's what he said. He said Bitcoin at 15K end of July.
All right. No penis on the line.
No penis on the line for
right.
the end of July.
Was there a deep breath like a Ric Flair? Woo! After.
I don't know, but he got wooed the fuck out when he got drugged.
Something, right? Why
something
no?
happened to
Yeah.
him.
He woke up in a hospital, I guess. I don't know the
Yep.
details. I sent that picture. You look any
He put a
further?
tweet out that said that his daily life is always recorded and he knows who did it. So he says prepare for the wrath of McAfee.
Yeah, the word wrath is strong. I enjoyed
It
when I
is.
laughed when he used the word wrath. That made
Yeah.
me.
That's like sorcery type shit.
Yeah,
That's like I killed
You're
motherfuckers
summoning
before.
Up, yeah, you're walking
Yep.
out like it looks like that Jesus Walks video when you're walking away. Like that's what wrath looks like.
I would say more than 50% of the times when somebody says the word wrath, they also slam their fist on a table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
a strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either very vigorous and rough or it's the subtle.
Yeah,
you know.
and I'm like wrath. No,
Or,
there was
or like the grunt wrath.
Yeah.
I saw back when I was
down
selling
low.
cars. I saw a
In the
dude.
dungeon.
I saw a dude. Dude was about my height. Go after a dude about 6'4" with one of these big big pliers, and he told me like, "You will feel my wrath." And I was just like, "Well, first of all, dude, like I don't know, like you would have hit him once because that was a lot heavier than you could have
shit.
swung, but it wasn't your wrath he was gonna feel. It was like fucking 8-pound fucking pipe you had
Wrench.
in your hand.
And you know that was not a freestyle off the cuff. It's like that's what he had in his head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If this ever happens,
Oh, he yelled
What
that
I'm
a lot
go-
to his mom under his breath. Absolutely, he waited for this moment.
Yep.
He was like, "Oh,
no, when he was practicing
family
in his
around?
bedroom.
Speaking of feeling the wrath, though, did you hear about the groping football player who felt up the Uber female driver?
Felt it up.
Hey,
but real
yeah,
quick,
hey,
if we
when
can,
you're famous, you could just do it."
yeah. But real quick, if we can, what do you think happened to McAfee? Is there anything on that, or you think he's gonna?
Well,
He didn't tip his Uber driver.
possibly. I heard that. I don't know. Rumor has it him SEC fighting back and forth. I don't know honestly if it was them per se, but a lot of people want that dude dead. I guess. I really don't know. But
That was the government driving by right now. They muffled. all
who
that
knows?
out.
I mean, because we all know he is running for president, but just for the sole purpose of getting cryptos out into the mainstream media for his whole platform.
He's running for president for promotion, basically.
for crypto promotion.
Crypto promotion. Yeah. That's an interesting thing.
Oh.
But what I thought was funny too is seeing the social media world where like he definitely took the over exaggerated pictures of like, yo, babe, take a picture of me in my hospital bed. Like, put his head to the side and close his eyes and shit. I'm like, stop it. You're a grown up.
He went back to Kanye's. He's like, how did Kanye do it?
Yeah.
And then all right, cool.
No,
We got to put the water cup on this side.
Yeah. No, those pictures were funny, and not because obviously it's a man under stress, it's a man that's hurt, but
Yeah.
just the like, he did it up a little bit. You know what I mean? He did it up.
He
a
was
little
looking
bit.
for the love, though, too.
yeah.
He was looking for the love.
I thought that's how he woke up. Like,
I woke
that's
up.
how John McAfee. I thought from what
That's
I
the
imagined,
remix.
that's his lifestyle. He wakes up in the ER.
Right.
Possibly.
I guess there was an attempt
on
his
some
life.
like what a night.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
honestly,
see.
that's what I thought too. Is like maybe this dude did get a drink spiked. Maybe he just did too much that night
Yeah,
and was
yeah.
fucking on a yeah. But no, if we want to hop onto that
That's funny.
Uber, the whole the guy took the president's advice and went a little bit too far with it and grabbed her by the pussy.
That's all I heard. I don't know what the player from the Buccaneers,
Yes.
wide receiver.
No,
and now
quarterback.
is he retired or
Nope.
current?
Current.
He is the quarterback for the
Yes.
Bucks.
Yes,
He
recently
thought
drafted,
that he
maybe
could go
2 or
long.
3 years ago. Yeah, he was the guy with the crab legs. You remember the crab legs incident? No, prior to the draft.
Yes, I do.
Prior to the draft, crab legs in the
Wow.
pants. Yep.
So that's the pussy pocket protection.
Wow.
He-
And because the whole thing was, no, he's a good kid. Don't ruin his entire life over $40 of crab legs. I remember that.
And now he's
Yep.
trying to grab other crab
Wow.
legs.
Yes. I guess.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yes,
I
but,
didn't know it
bad
was
So
him.
he's off the team. He got
Well,
fined?
no, this is a funny, odd thing about this was actually being investigated for a while. Like they knew they were following this behavior, and then this came up.
This behavior, seriously, this world's behavior is
You
going
know?
fucking to shambles.
Dave,
It's
by that, do
always
you mean
been
they were
that way.
following this incident or just his behavior in general?
Yes.
This kid's not acting right. This kid's not acting right.
Yes,
Fuck,
and
this
you want to
just
talk
happened.
about like every different layers have their big brother, but the NFL is known to have their like what I'm saying,
Yeah,
like
we
their
look out
team
for our
of
own.
Watcha.
Yeah. So he was being watched. There was things saying
He's
we
like, we got to this before
team.
TMZ did, sir.
Yep. So
You need to see this.
That's why that sucks for him to kind of prove all of his naysayers correct.
Yep.
That ugh,
it hurts a lot.
yeah,
It hurts a lot of things.
that sucks, man. I mean, I just take it the
School, alumni,
Drunk.
family, friends. You know what I'm saying? Community. It's,
Yeah.
It's,
and you figure
Shame.
how many people stuck up for him on some no, he's a good kid. No, he's a good kid, and
yeah.
Let him down.
perhaps not.
Let that be a lesson to all of us. Be right.
That was the
'cause
ending of the Christmas story. You fucking.
I gotta take
yo,
it somewhere.
You just made a toast on Christmas fucking dinner, and let that be a lesson to all of us. Everyone. That's fucking awesome.
Oh man, what's our
What's our
timestamp? What's our
But the
timestamp?
lesson though, finish the
We
lesson
still
though.
got
So
15
do you
minutes.
grab him by the pussy or do you not grab him by
That's
the pussy?
our lesson.
then?
You be careful with what you do because there will be everything that you try to do in the dark comes to light at the end of the day.
Hey,
That's
you
why
know
with all
what?
that pedophile shit you want to talk
Half the
about,
world
all
don't
those
care.
rings, all that Kuru Killer Queen shit going on out there, all that shit will come to the light.
And now,
Preach.
was she, I don't want to say saved, but she had the camera on, right? No?
I don't know.
Camera.
Oh,
There's
don't
enough-
know.
yeah.
Okay.
It's done.
There's enough evidence
yeah.
there.
It's done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is there gonna be leaked footage? Probably not.
Oh, no, I don't want to
No,
see
no,
it,
but
but yeah.
everything there,
Yeah, yeah. I just want
Crazy.
to, I'm hoping that she has, her, you got the camera, pointed at you. Hopefully that it is, like that because those big lawyers get involved and all that stuff, and that shit could go away, Because if it turns into a
Justice
he
was
said,
done.
she said, it gets rough.
This one's not. Like I said, the NFL was just like, they already had him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whether you want to say
He
it
was already on a double secret academic probation.
I'm
So.
sure the NFL though they have so much underground shit that they gotta cover up. It's fucking ridiculous, I bet. Because not all those dudes are fucking saints.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and
Well, no, but here's
the
the thing.
majority of them do grab them by the pussy.
No, but it's the NFL's got the biggest history, and again, we support it. But it's nothing that they've been hiding. Look at the criminal arrest records of players in the NFL. Every year, there's like 2 dozen players arrested for something.
Totally. And that's not even the minor stuff. Some of it's
Drugs,
fucking
domestic,
murder.
Yeah, yeah.
What I like now is they're actually finding out that the Latin MLB players actually have drug ties down.
No,
and again-
remember, and always in the World Cup, there's always that story where it's just like, dude didn't make the goal, went home and got fucking killed. Or dude that made his own goal. Remember that one a
Yes,
couple years
yes,
ago?
and his-
Guy
and his-
fucked
the
up, made
mob.
his own goal, and was like decapitated 2 days later. Like, he's fucking gone.
Off of a $50,000 bet.
Yep. That shit
Crazy.
is nuts. But no, I feel you on the football tip. They're hiding shit all the time, and there's definitely it's weird that players who have murdered people are accepted back. Like Ray Lewis, for some reason, I don't know who the fuck he blew and who he bullshitted and like pretending he's a man of God now. When I love whenever he posts anything on the internet, there's always someone underneath like, "Didn't you murder somebody? Calm the fuck down."
Exactly.
But he's on the NFL Network and he's a talking head and all that other shit. It's
I wonder if
hey
he'll,
man, beat the shit out of your wife, kill somebody, but don't fucking kneel. Whatever you do.
Yeah. I don't wish this upon him at all, but I hope he doesn't go down the OJ route. Like his later in life he does something even more stupid.
That
and then-
desperation.
No, because he's not married to a white woman.
Yeah, preach. Well, shout out to what's funny to watch Ray Lewis though on air because he's the only one that goes totally off script and half the commentators can't understand anything he's saying. They're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, Ray, all right, Ray.
They got the earpiece
They're
like, Ray's
and
going.
they're,
Ray's going.
They're all looking at each other like, are you gonna take it after him?
Yeah.
Because I can't. Ray.
Ray.
Anything else going on in football? The World Cup, right? Does
World
anyone really
Cup,
care?
well, the interesting thing was how come USA didn't make it? You can start thinking conspiracy because it's in Russia, maybe. I don't know, but I'm just saying because I was watching a little bit, and there was I was watching like Panama.
Russia
versus, like,
colluded
England.
with the referees.
No. Whatever reason, just the media distraction. You know what I'm saying?
Possibly.
That's all. Or whatever. Games. Players,
Too much
whatever.
collusion in USA soccer
But yeah,
team.
that's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it is obviously a world game. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
There's nothing.
Well, I'll let
So-
you know we're not number one. Hey, it happens.
Yeah, soccer is definitely not our bag, you know.
Yeah.
So, and as I believe the modern Mississippi poet Nelly Mo said, "Bitch, you ain't Russian. So why is you Russian?"
Gotcha.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say, "Andale, andale, mami, yeah."
It's unfortunate that is a real lyric by Nelly. Bitch, you ain't Russian, so why is you Russian? Like I was not making that.
No,
shit
I know, I know, I heard it.
Really
I heard
said
it.
that garbage.
I
We
heard
can
that
even
shit.
pull up anything right now, though. Everything's an unfortunate.
Speaking of Russian to the
Most rap is really unfortunate.
entertainment, that brings us to the entertainment side. Oh,
The ENT.
the ENT. R.I.P. First of all to Vader.
Big
R.I.P. to Big
Right?
Van
Rest in
Vader,
peace. Hopefully
man.
one day we see you in the Wrestling Hall of Fame with the
Yep.
the greats.
Yeah, man, heart issues. He had heart surgery a couple months ago. Was supposedly on the mend, and then just bottom fell out.
I read an article saying when he
Unfortunate,
was
man.
alive, he was hoping to be inducted prior to his death, but we all
Yeah, he
can't
was
get
he
our
was
wish.
campaigning for it, and how history has gone.
Nope.
Bro, it's Vince's decision. Like,
Yeah.
if you campaign for it, if you show that you want it too much,
But-
the only person right now that would be like, yo, put me in next year is probably like if The Rock was like, hey,
Yeah.
put me in, I want some more promotion for some movie, you know?
Ah.
But most of these guys, man, and there's plenty of people like Owen Hart isn't in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Like there's a myriad of
Yeah.
people. There's a huge list of people that should be but aren't. But
Yeah.
they put like 4
You
people
would think
in a year,
Owen
so
Hart
it's-
would have some sort of memento to him, like set up
There's
somewhere.
still a gray area, though.
But well,
you know?
his wife is still
Very
good
upset.
reason fucking pissed. You
Yeah.
know. But Vader, man, yeah, one of the first big man doing. He's 300, maybe 400 pounds doing moonsaults
Yeah.
and shit like that. He
But that's what I was
he's
trying
a great
to
big
think
man.
of, though. But I was saying like that versatility, but he was still like big man, like like rock 'em, sock 'em, like 2 or 3 moves. With
Oh,
a
yeah,
moonsault,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was
Crazy.
Yeah, he was definitely a bruiser. He was a big man. So yeah, man. R.I.P. to Vader. Real quick, another side note. R.I.P. to the Vinnie Paul, the founding drummer of Pantera. His brother, people might remember as Dimebag Darrell. He was one of the, or maybe had been the first artist that he got shot in the head and killed on stage during
yep.
a show, which is fucking wild. About maybe 10 years ago. at
Could
this
that be a
point.
conspiracy
So-
or no? That's just straight up
no,
fucking horrible.
That was because Pantera had broken up, and this was
Fanatic.
Superfan that thought Dimebag was the one that broke them up. Got on stage and fucking started shooting people, and the graphic, a trigger warning if you're a bitch. Got on stage, put dude in a headlock, and shot him, and that's how
Wow.
he fucking killed. It was brutal, man. It was but if people believe in the afterlife and all that, those brothers are now,
Yeah.
hopefully in the same place on the other side or whatever. So
Yeah.
rest
Yeah,
in peace
yeah.
to Vinnie Paul, and rest in peace to Vader. So
For real. Rest in power.
rest in power.
Who else then? We mention that
Oh,
the Triple X kid, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say the real quick XX Extension, or however you say his name. One person did get arrested in
Yep.
connection with his shooting and killing, and they said
Justice.
they got 2 or 3 more on the way. And even like the first kid that got arrested, he's already seen a judge, already been denied bail, already all that. So
Yes.
it's interesting in this day and age, and of course with security systems and all that stuff. But it's nice to see somebody get arrested for killing a rapper.
Yeah, exactly.
Because KRS even had a song about it a while ago that said, "You want to get away with murder, kill a rapper." Because as it's been,
Yep. Cops don't
they
care.
don't
Well,
usually
that's
get caught.
the
Well,
Quote.
don't forget the code of the streets is not to snitch. So
Exactly.
It's a dead end lead anyway.
Yep.
very true. Very true.
Yeah, but you ever seen the first 48? Sometimes you can get away with a Sprite and a Newport, and you get some information.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem, though. I usually catch the one where, like, they don't, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
they stay
yeah?
up for nothing because it's at an awkward time, so.
48 that went by. Damn.
Yo, I've seen on first 48 where like straight up people have been hit for $20, and it's like, oh my god,
Yeah, no, it's,
I am not friends with you, and I will
That's what
never
I'm
be
saying.
friends with. Like,
Death,
holy
yeah,
shit.
Death has no compassion for a character or
Mm-mm.
anything, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
The wrong place, wrong time ones, those
Mm.
are like,
Mm.
you know, because those, I'll watch waiting to see, like, the tie, be like, no, the preacher was secretly, like, was secretly a pedophile. No, he was just a preacher, and he was just in the wrong spot. You know, they took $20 from him. You know,
Those
and they
pictures
let
with
him
those
dead.
little boys weren't
No,
real.
No, all
It is straight up.
He was really a good guy.
Yep. And with you knowing with
Yeah.
kids, because you have kids, you're like, sometimes a 3-year-old will just take off I'm hot. Fuck it,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And you're like, and then the
Yeah.
preacher was, no.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, did you guys see the fucking video of the preacher smacking the baby
Yes,
at the
I
christening?
did. If I was that father,
Oh
you would
my
have had a left and a
God.
right.
And First
You
off,
saw the dude's face too. He was like looking at the mom like, you what? Like what
yeah, man. If you guys haven't seen this video, literally type in fucking priest slapping baby. Holy shit. Like, I don't have a kid. I'm never going to have a kid. It's a personal choice. I don't want kids. But, oh my God, I felt the, like, animal connection to, if that was my child, I would knock that priest the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, I barked on a priest at my brother's wedding for pronouncing his name wrong. Like, I don't respect any of that shit. So, like, wow.
Fuck the cloth.
But, yo, that... fuck the cloth. But, no, that video, first off, I can't believe that
I
the
know.
guy hit the baby.
I felt the same way.
Even before he hit the baby, like the way he was grabbing his neck and twisting it and shit, I was like, is he just trying to kill this fucking baby?
Christening, the child was acting up.
No, like
The baby
child,
was crying, but this dude, he was
Which
just
happens
super
at a
old,
christening.
like Tourette type shit, shaking the baby, and then the baby was crying, and he went, boom, smacked the baby right in the face.
But before he smacked the baby, like he kept, like I was seeing, like he was turning his
shaking,
neck
right?
way too far, and then like he kissed him once, and then was like just grabbing his fucking head way too much, and. Now, but this is the other thing too, where I don't know if it was the mom holding the baby, because a lot of times at a christening, the godmother would be holding the baby. But eventually, it turned where the end of the clip is a literal tug of war with a baby between the father who came and grabbed his child and the priest that's still trying to hold on to this fucking baby. Like you said, I don't understand how there wasn't a 2-piece and a biscuit. Like, I would have drowned the dude in the holy water. Like, holy shit.
He would have got his ass beat on camera, yeah.
Yeah.
He would've-
Like I said, I don't have kids, but the animal instinct of, like, you're doing something wrong to a child definitely kicked
Yeah, I'll let
into
you know
me,
now,
man.
any priest, don't matter. You do that to my child, you will get fucking
Yo,
killed.
so all the priests out there watching, you about to get fucked
Yeah.
up.
For real.
203-941-0045 is the hotline. Call or text. If you've ever smacked a priest in the face, let us know.
Yes. That's wild.
True, man. Closing out here. What do we got to
How was our
down
time
real
looking?
quick? We got like 5 minutes left, man. The final
5 minutes.
Speaking of kids, real quick, did you know 48 states parents can marry their minor children?
48
That still
state
happens
parents
in-
can what?
Can marry their minor children. Were you
Marry
aware of that
to
one?
or marry off?
Marry off. Yes.
Okay, that sounds
With
better.
parental,
Marry
yes,
off.
parental consent, kids can be married.
Wow.
Okay.
Any rules and laws on that? That's strange to anyone?
Well, no, it's just the whole thing where it comes into play, where slowly but surely we try to test and mesh what's we consider to be right and wrong.
Well, but is that in terms of arranged marriage type thing, to where you say marry off? Is it like I'm telling you to get married to that person?
You can do that. 18 years old, they don't have a decision. Who makes a decision? Their guardian.
That's
right?
fucked. You
Just
said
like when
48
But that
states?
starts at what age? Do you know?
Until you're 18.
No,
when you
so
get-
from starting at 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's what I'm asking.
there's no age.
There has to be.
You can marry someone off at
You're about to
5?
be mind blown.
Well,
Look it up. Minimum age for marriage.
that brings us to the
That's
last
wild.
minute DYOR. I will bring it to you next episode about the age limit of sending off your kid to
Yes, scary.
the
frightening.
holy monogamy.
The holy institution.
Yeah, because I figured there'd be something with because no, you're right. Because I was thinking like paperwork and signing, but then the
Consent
parents
of a
sign the
minor,
paperwork. You
absolutely.
said 48 states.
48.
Who are the
states.
2 that have a brain on them?
I got to go back and
Yeah.
And I bet you anything it's like a shocker thing too.
It'd be Alabama.
Yeah. You know,
West Virginia. Like, no,
too
West
funny.
Virginia kids got rights.
Interesting. Let us know out there if you know the answer. Please, 3 Piece and a Biscuit. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Episode 25. We got a quarter out there, man. We got a quarter.
That's right. Hope you enjoyed Just a Driver. R.I.P. Coco the gorilla, the sign language gorilla.
Yeah, man.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace,
Coco. Join us next week or next video. Right. Don't
It'll
forget
be
to
next
tip,
week.
All right.
Don't forget, tip your Uber driver. Every time you tip your Uber driver, the globe gets a little bit rounder.
We out.